FCS's programs and services reach all of Monmouth County, Middlesex County, and even other parts of the state, and in one program, other parts of the country. We prevent homelessness, investigate and resolve cases of abuse, neglect, and exploitation of vulnerable adults, help people find much needed services as they age, and enable many to remain living safely at home with dignity instead of moving into a nursing facility. In addition, we provide holiday presents to over 600 families and volunteer programs that encourage childhood literacy and tackle childhood obesity. You can learn much more about what we do in the ad journal and by visiting our website. A critical component to the success of FCS or any nonprofit organization, and I'm sure many of you are involved with other nonprofits, a critical component is its people, especially those who make a commitment to philanthropy and volunteerism. And we have found that our expectations of people have been surpassed time and time again in this regard. We are proud to honor 6 such people tonight. Our first award this evening goes to a group of local doctors whose passion for rock and roll music has been transformed into a vehicle for hope and assistance for their neighbors in need. The Docs of Rock are made up of 4 local doctors from various professions, each an accomplished musician in his own right. They include lead guitarist and headmaster emeritus at the Ranney School, Dr. Lawrence Sykoff, drummer and dermatologist, and my dermatologist as well, Dr. Kenneth Grossman. Bass player and orthopedic surgeon, Dr. David Lessing. And keyboardist and pain management specialist, Dr. Scott Waska. When the Docs first formed as a group 6 years ago, they decided to offer their musical services to nonprofit organizations, assisting them in raising funds for programs that support people in need. To date, the band has helped raise more than $600,000 for numerous community charities. In April of last year, the band was center stage for an FCS fundraiser at the Downtown Cafe in Red Bank that benefited the agency's Operation Sleigh Bells holiday giving program that I mentioned earlier. But we honor them tonight for more than their generosity to FCS. It's their community-wide activity on behalf of so many worthy causes that makes them truly leading lights. We now ask the Docs of Rock to come to the podium to accept the FCS Community Service Award. And by the way, all of our award recipients will receive a special citation from the New Jersey State Senate. In recognition of your generous support, community spirit, and commitment to local charities, we present the Family and Children's Service 2017 Community Service Award to you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you. If the truth be known, secretly we all wanted to be rock stars. This is a great honor because it comes from such a great organization. It does wonderful work, and I'm very proud. Of course, I share this with my bandmates. A top-flight orthopedic surgeon, Dave Lessing, the world-renowned Ken Grossman, and of course, the most awesome, creative, pain management specialist in all of Monmouth County, Scott Laska. So it's really a wonderful team. And we're so honored to be here tonight because of our affiliation with you and all the great work that you do in helping people when they need it the most, and also helping people, close that gap between a challenging time in their life, sometimes a crisis, and stability. And when you do that, you're really making a profound difference. So it's an honor for us to be associated with Family and Children's Services. And the Docs of Rock started 5 years ago, and just 3 of us without Dr. Laska. We were playing in Ken Grossman's basement, hoping that maybe we would get a break. And then, of course, there was a tipping point, and that was when Scott Laska joined the band, who is a creative musician in his own right. He could play all of our instruments. And that's when the band really started to take off. And since then, I have to just make one correction to what you're reading in your program. We've actually raised close to $800,000. We actually helped raise $800,000. And by December 31st, our goal is to reach $1 million in helping charities with the great work that they do. So on all of us, we thank you for the great work that you do. Continue to make a difference in people's lives. Thank you very much for this very special time. I neglected to say something that's very important. We have some of our fan base here tonight. Our wives. Our dedicated, loyal, most flexible fan base. I'd like to acknowledge all of them. Sharon Laska, could you please stand? Karen Lessing, Joy Seifert, and Toby Grossman. And also we have a stage crew manager here, Eric Grossman, and one of our vocalists here, Eileen Lester. So I thank them too because they were instrumental in our success.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. We're honored to present our second award tonight to a dear friend of mine and former FCS board member, Don Bush. Don has the good fortune to live next door to former FCS board president, current Navarumsunk Auxiliary President, and fellow Lifetime Service Award recipient, Arlene Lasminosa. It was Arlene who first recruited Don to serve on our board of directors 18 years ago, and we're happy that she did. The first thing you need to know about Don is how warm and unassuming he is. Despite a long, successful career in corporate finance and human relations at Chubb Insurance, Don never boasted of his accomplishments or injected himself personally into discussion. Rather, he listened attentively, providing advice and counsel in a thoughtful and reasoned manner. Always responded to challenges with wisdom and insight. I can personally attest to that. He's taken me out of a few fights. Don believes that service on nonprofit boards or committees is a superb way to truly understand the important issues facing a community and impacting on people's lives. He always urges other business professionals to follow suit. Although he officially retired from the board of FCS in 2016, we're grateful Don continues to serve on one of our most important committees, the Programs and Strategic Planning Committee. We're also grateful to Don's family, his lovely wife Chris, his sons and daughters-in-law, John and Karen, James and Joan, and Stephen and Stephanie, and his 6 grandchildren for sharing Don with us for these many years. In his resignation letter to the board, Don wrote, "I feel that I took much more from FCS than I gave." Respectfully, we disagree. Don, we're proud to honor you this year with our FCS Leading Lights Lifetime Service Award. Please step forward. In recognition of your generous support, community spirit, and commitment to the FCS mission, we present the Family and Children's Service 2017 Lifetime Service Award to Don Bush.
I'm an assistant here. You'll see what you're doing. That's what happens to you when you become over 80. You can't say thank you. Well, thank you so much for that kind introduction. Also, congratulations to a lovely lady who I've been on the board with and worked for, and of course, that's Dolores Klein. Also, my congratulations to the much talented and multi-talented group, the Docs of Rock, for their considerable contribution to social services. And before I go any further, I would like to introduce the lady who has put up with me for over 60 years. And that, of course, is my lovely wife, Christine. As Paul said, I retired from business roughly 20 years ago. And a dear, dear friend, Darlene Laspinosa, approached me concerning going on the board of Family and Children's Service. At the time, I was on another do-gooder board up in northern Jersey, but agreed to join Family and Children's Service. Little did I know that the opportunity would not only be very challenging, but also allow me to see another rather darker side of the family life. One that I knew existed, but not understanding the issues, nor how fortunate I was to have been raised in another completely different environment. One of the unique things about Family and Children's Service, I think was mentioned, is that they run the gamut of social service, social services. Everything from child care to elderly care to substance abuse and many more. They provide a service that, if you look at it from the governmental standpoint, the government can't begin to supply, and that is a personal touch to most all the services that they do. Well, so much for my preaching. If you talk to some of my friends here tonight, they would tell you that I have a pastime of writing limericks. Mostly for special occasions. So I've taken the liberty of concluding my little talk with a limerick that I've composed that is simply called Ode to You All. As I look out, what do I see? So many folks of generosity. For all the good work that we do depends on people such as you. Now life's a challenge, don't you know? For what we reap is what we sow. And together we will plant the seed to help those folks who truly need. So enjoy the gala. You've earned the right. God bless you all, and to all, good night.
I would expect nothing less. I would expect nothing less.
Our final honor this evening goes to a woman who is dear to our hearts, former FCS Board President Dolores Klein. Dolores began volunteering at Point Pleasant Hospital by distributing periodicals to patients in their rooms, and quickly moved into a leadership role, developing and managing the hospital's thrift shop and gift shop. Do you want to come up here while I do it? No. Oh, okay. Oh, you're sister. Oh, okay. Oh, you look very similar. She brought that same level of enthusiasm, organization, and professionalism to family and children's service.